Hey guys, it's Kid Rocks, and in this video, I'll be showing you how to climb out of each rank in Marvel Rivals. Whether you're just starting out in Bronze or pushing through the final ranks of Eternity, there's always something you can do to improve and climb faster. You see, as someone who hit one above all this season, I've been through every rank and learned what works. And I'm here to break it all down for you, and in this guide we'll cover the key mistakes holding players back at each rank, and exactly what you need to focus on to rank up efficiently. So first, let's start off with Bronze. The reason why you're stuck in Bronze is most likely due to not playing enough games. If you only have 10 or 20 hours in rank, you need more time to actually improve. The way ranked is set up in this game is you gain a lot more than you lose, so you might as well just play more. Another thing I see a lot is people play like it's deathmatch. Quit taking unnecessary 1v1 fights and stick with your team and play the objective. You see, at this rank, I would also advise to try every character. The reason being is that you're still new. Start understanding all their abilities, ultimates, as well as the team ups, and see what character you just like and what role you like playing. It'll also help you learn how to counter them later on. Another big thing I see is bad setups. And when I say bad setups, I'm talking about really, really bad setups. So let's say you have 30 FPS on your laptop with an office mouse. You don't even have a DPI button on your mouse, like your mouse pad. Like, sure, you don't even have a mouse pad. I'm sorry to break the bad news, but you can be the best player in the world, but you won't rank up in a bad setup. And another thing is bad sensitivity. You don't really want anything too high to where you can't track the enemies, where you keep missing, or something too low where you can't even track anything at all. Focus on these things and you should be able to rank up. Silver is where a lot of players get stuck without realizing why. Mechanics are improving, but bad habits keep people from climbing. And another big mistake I see in Silver is fixed staggering. What is staggering, you may ask? Well, it's when a team feeds into a fight one by one instead of regrouping, making it easier for the enemy to keep control of the objective. And this happens when players respawn, rush back into a fight alone, and instead of waiting for their team and pushing together, if their team loses a fight, wait to regroup before running in again. Dying alone means you respawn late, and the enemy keeps control longer. And another issue I see in people that are Silver are not using all their abilities. They start tunnel visioning on getting kills and don't even try to use any of their abilities, or push too far into the enemy backline and don't use any of their abilities to escape. I would also start trying to take smarter fights. An example of this would be is if you're down 2 players, you should back off and reset instead of taking a bad fight. Keep those in mind and you'll rank up. Gold players have solid mechanics, but they still make one major mistake: using abilities and ultimates randomly instead of with intent. You know how in Silver we talked about how nobody uses their abilities? Well, in Gold, everyone uses their abilities, but they don't use it correctly. So how do we fix that? Before using the ability, ask yourself, why am I using this right now? If you don't have a reason, don't press that goddamn button. You should also use your ults for a clear win condition. Ults should be used to secure a fight, not just because they're available. But this also doesn't mean you should hold and wait to use your ultimate for the right moment. Because I see many players in this rank hold it trying to figure out like, yo, wait, should I use it right here when there's 4 people try to kill all the enemies? No, because by that time you could have farmed your ult already. Also, keep the strategy simple. Instead of overcomplicating team coordination, pair it with a teammate and create small plays like that. And now Platinum. I would say Platinum is the most toxic rank because everyone has high expectations, but expectations don't win games. Smart plays does. So this is how we climb out of Platinum. Don't assume your teammates will play perfectly, because if you have that mindset, it will just be a 50-50. Play around what your teammates are actually doing, not what you wish they'd do. Also, start thinking about matchup and counters. So unlike lower ranks, you can't just brute force your way through bad matchups anymore. You're gonna have to start adapting your playstyle and master a few heroes instead of constantly swapping. If you keep on swapping, yeah, you'll climb, but after a while, you won't actually master a few heroes. Like, you know the catchphrase, jack of all trades, master of none? Yeah, that's basically gonna be you. So swapping to counter the enemy is fine, but only if you know how to actually play that hero well. And now we're in Diamond. Mechanics are solid, but now it's all about game sense and adaptability. Now, how do we climb around Diamonds? Play around team fight win conditions. Every team fight has a key win condition. May that be a strong ult combo, an enemy cooldown, or number advantage. Identify what that is and win the fight and play around it. I would also start tracking enemy cooldowns and punish mistakes. If the enemy wastes an important ability, immediately engage and punish them. Also, use the ban system effectively. What's it called? Many people have Marvel Rivals Tracker downloaded to see the enemy's teams and just ban their hero outright, which is a good strategy. Also, ban heroes that directly counter your team strategies and not just the meta picks. And now, we're in Grandmaster. Grandmaster players have great mechanics and game sense, but the best ones consistently make plays and eliminate mistakes. Well, how do we climb out of Grandmaster? Make proactive plays. Don't wait for mistakes, force them with aggression. Shut down problem players, identify on the other team who the enemy team is carrying, and deny them. Start targeting them, start commenting to your teammates more, and also minimize your own mistakes. At this rank, many small mistakes equals lost games. May that be positioning, aim, stuff like that. And now we move on to Celestial. In Celestial, mistakes get punished instantly. To climb, you need consistency, prediction, and discipline. Now, how do we climb at a Celestial? First, you have to predict the enemy moves before they even happen. At this level, you must read rotations and setups before they happen. Eliminate core mistakes. You don't need to play perfectly, but you can't make dumb mistakes. Consistency is key. Play your best at every match, no autopiloting. Eternity and win above all. This is where every player is insane. Every match you can be seeing a streamer, as well as you're also going to be seeing me. You're going to want to make high risk, high reward plays that pay off. If you never take risks, you won't win. You're going to have to force mistakes instead of reacting. At this level, you need to create openings, and instead of waiting for them, you have to adapt and counter enemies' win conditions. Recognize the enemy plans and disrupt it before they execute. You want to master oppression and force the enemies to respect you, basically. You need to be so good that the enemies force resources just to stop you, and also have perfect adaptations. Always have a plan B. You won't always win the first fight, so always have a secondary plan ready and punish every mistake instantly. There are no second chances at the level, and if enemy missteps, you need to capitalize immediately. And that's the best advice for every rank in Marvel Rivals. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that is all.